everyone, welcome back to GK Today. I am Sana and in this video we'll cover the current affairs. Before we move ahead, let me inform you that these questions are part of our Daily 20 MCQ series 2022 in the GK Today's Android application. So if you are looking for the text version of these questions and their explanations along with the interactive quiz, you may consider joining our Daily 20 MCQ series in the GK Today Android application. In this course in app, you get daily 20 MCQs, a fortnightly quiz, a monthly revision document, and also category-wise revision e-books that are optimized for reading on mobile. You are also able to access all archives of questions from January 2020 onwards. And let me tell you one more thing. If you want the Hindi version of this session, you can refer to our former channel named as GK Today. The link has been given in the description box from where you can reach to. So without taking much of your time, let's get started. Good morning everyone. Welcome back to GK Today. Thank you so much for your best wishes regarding my health. And today we'll be discussing most important MCQs for 23rd of February 2022. Starting with very first question. India signed a comprehensive economic partnership agreement with which country in February 2022? So India and UAE has recently signed a comprehensive economic partnership agreement and it is set to benefit almost 90% of trade, both exports and imports between the two countries. So India has given the duty concessions on gold exported from UAE, while Indian exporters will attract 0% duty on jewelry. Now, a few days back in the month of December, UAE has announced that it will no longer censor the films released in the cinemas, and it is seen as an effort of the kingdom to boost its brand as a liberal hub, which is quite attractive to the foreigners. Also, UAE has announced its new working week of 4.5 days with Friday afternoon, Saturday and Sunday off. So this forms the new weekend for the government employees there. Hence, do remember that UAE is the first nation in the world to introduce a national working week shorter than global 5-day week. And also UAE has entered into an agreement of arms deal amounting to $19 billion for procurement of 80 Rafale fighter jets and 12 military helicopters for its armed forces. So this deal is seen as the largest overseas sale of Rafale jets by France, and it is expected to directly support nearly 7,000 jobs there in France. Do remember that Philippines has become the first foreign country to place an order for the purchase of BrahMos shore-based cruise missile system for the Navy, and estimated cost is $3,749 million. Okay. Can you tell me which Swedish defense company had been selected by Indian Armed Force through a competitive procedure for the supply of single-shot anti-armor weapon named as 84, which will be used by Indian Army and Indian Air Force? Please answer me in the comments. Question number 2. India imported a record 1 lakh tons of soy oil from which country? So Indian traders have imported a record 1 lakh tons of soya oil from the USA because of limited supplies from drought-hit South America. So this import has been undertaken amidst the high prices of its rival palm oil, and the higher purchases are expected to support US soya oil prices, which have already climbed nearly 20% this year. Now earlier we have seen that Japan has recently signed a historic defense agreement with Australia to ensure a secure and stable Indo-Pacific region due to expansion of China's military and economic influence in this region. So this is Japan's second such agreement, and first was with USA. And this agreement is called as Reciprocal Access Agreement, RAA. Okay? Do remember that Maya Angelou has become the first black woman to appear on the US coin. Also, USA is the 101st country to join the International Solar Alliance, and this announcement was made by US at COP26. Talking about International Solar Alliance, it is the initiative of India and it was founded in 2015, headquartered lies in Gurugram. Now, which is the 102nd nation to join our International Solar Alliance? It is the Caribbean nation of Antigua and Barbuda. Now, a few days back, USA has also launched Operation Allies Welcome so as to streamline the e-migration procedures for the recent Afghan arrivals to speed up their resettlement in USA. The Parliament of Kazakhstan has unanimously approved the appointment of Ali Khan Smilov as the new Prime Minister of the country. Can you tell me who's the first woman judge in the Supreme Court of Pakistan? Can you name her? Please answer me in the comments. Question number 3. What is the objective of World Bank's reward program? So the Government of India, state governments of Karnataka and Odisha and the World Bank have signed a $115 million program. And the name of the project is REWARD, which stands for Rejuvenating Watersheds for Agricultural Resilience through Innovative Development Program. Okay, so it will help the national and state institutions to adopt improved watershed management practices. Fine. Do you remember that the state Telangana became the country's first larger state to record 100% first dose COVID vaccination? Then India's sex ratio at birth has improved by 19 points at national level from 918 in the year 2014 to 15 to now 937 in 2020 to 21. Also, Indian solar power producer Azure Power has fully commissioned its largest project, which is a 600 megawatt solar park in the state of Rajasthan, and it is located in Bikaner and is connected to the interstate transmission system. So this will supply its power to Solar Energy Corporation of India for over 25 years. Fine. Can you tell me Renuka Ji Dam project is to come up in which Indian state? Please let me know in the comments. Question number 4. Inter-Operable Criminal Justice System is associated with which union ministry? So the central government has approved the implementation of phase 2 of the Inter-Operable Criminal Justice System project at a total cost of 3,375 crore rupees during the period from 2022-23 up to 2025-26. So this phase of ICJS project by the Home Affairs Ministry will be implemented as a central sector scheme. Actually, it is a national platform for enabling the integration of main IT system used for delivery of criminal justice in the country. Okay. Now, Ministry of Information and Broadcasting has prohibited the sharing of top secret or secret documents by its officials over the internet. So the officials have been told not to use the digital assistance devices such as Amazon's Echo, Apple's HomePod and Google Home in office and turn off the digital assistants including Alexa and Siri in the smartphone or watches. So such practices violate the departmental security instructions and the National Information Security Policy guidelines. Now the Ministry of Education has approved the scheme of Rashtriya Uchchatar Shiksha Abhiyan for continuation till 2026, and the total expenditure is nearly 12,929.16 crore rupees, out of which the central share is 8,120.97 crore rupees. So talking about RUSA, it is a centrally sponsored scheme for funding the state government universities and colleges. So under the new phase, state governments will be supported for gender inclusion, equity initiatives, ICT, enhancing employability through skill upgradation. Okay. Now the Union Ministry of Agriculture will conduct a campaign named as Meri Policy, Mere Haath, which aims to provide information to all the farmers regarding their existing Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana policy. It will also talk about the land records, the process of claim and grievance redressal. So the policy related information would be furnished at the doorsteps of farmers. And talking about this particular Fasal Bima Yojana, it was launched in the year 2016 and has entered into the 7th year of implementation in 2022. Fine. Question number 5. Project Arohan is a mentorship program of which Indian state? So Assam government is set to launch a 4-year mentorship program called as Project Arohan, and it aims to mentor the students and help them to develop their skills. So Assam Chief Minister Hemant Biswa Sarma met the CEO of Tata Strive, which is a skill development initiative of Tata Trust, and sought cooperation from them for the project. Okay. So talking about Assam, the Kachar district of Assam carried out Mission Parvarish, which recovered nearly 704 out of 800 children aged between 6 months to 5 years from severely acute malnourishment. And this mission also won the Scotch Award. Do remember that this Mission Parvarish belonged to the state of Assam. Now Odisha's Ganjam district has declared itself the state's first child marriage free district. And for this it has undertaken a campaign named as Nirbhaya Kadi or Fearless Bud. I have told you many times. Now from Kerala, there is a village named as Kumbalangi. It has become the first ever sanitary napkin free village in the country. So it is located in the Ernakulam district of Kerala, and it became possible because of a campaign under which menstrual cups are distributed to the women who are aged 18 and above. Okay. Do remember that this Kumbalangi village also holds the title of India's first model tourist village. Now Assam government and National Dairy Development Board signed an agreement to create a 2000 crore rupees joint venture for holistic development of the sector in the state. So as per the MOU, a joint venture company will be set up for 2000 crore rupees with a target of processing nearly 10 lakh liters of milk from 6 new units in a period of total 7 years. Okay. Question number 6. Which state renamed its professional examination board known as VYAPAM into Karmachari Chayan Ayog? So the Madhya Pradesh government changed the name of MP Professional Examination Board into MP Karmachari Chayan Ayog. So it was earlier known as Vyavasayik Pariksha Mandal, or you can say VYAPAM. So this is for the second time that the state government has renamed the exam conducting body. And after the VYAPAM scam, the government had changed its name to MP Professional Examination Board. Fine. Now state-owned hydropower giant NHPC has incorporated a wholly owned subsidiary for clean energy business, including the green hydrogen. And the name of the new company is NHPC Renewable Energy Limited. So the government is focusing on renewable energy, and target of 500 gigawatt of clean energy is to be achieved by 2030. Now apart from it, under the operation Nanhe Farishte, the Railway Protection Force has rescued more than 1000 children in the month of January 2022 who were either abandoned or were found alone in the stations. So RPF has undertaken this task to prevent the child kidnapping and trafficking. And other notable operations of Railway Protection Force are Operation Mahila Suraksha and Operation Matri Shakti. Okay, so you can be asked that Operation Nanhe Farishte is associated with which organization? Answer is Railway Protection Force. Now recently, Minister of State for Science and Technology, Mr. Jitendra Singh, has inaugurated the first open rock museum in Hyderabad. So the museum displays about 35 different varieties of rocks from different parts of India, and age of these rocks are ranging from 33 billion years ago to 55 million years ago. Okay, only thing you have to remember is the first open rock museum has been inaugurated in Hyderabad. Question number 7. Sakibul Gani, who was seen in the news recently, is associated with which sport? So he is from Bihar, and recently he became the first player in the history of the game to score a triple century on his first class debut. So he done this in the plate group Ranji Trophy against Mizoram in Kolkata. Okay, so he is related to cricket. Now who is the India's 73rd Grandmaster? It is Bharat Subramanya from the state Tamil Nadu. Then who is the 72nd Grandmaster of India? It's Mitrabha Guha from the state West Bengal. 71st Grandmaster is Sankalp Gupta from the state Maharashtra, and 70th Grandmaster is Raja Ritvik from the state Telangana. Okay, so you have to remember all these four. Now, a few days back we have seen that Mohammad Shami became the 11th Indian bowler to claim 200 wickets in Test cricket in just 55 Test matches. Also, he is the third fastest Indian pacer to reach this milestone, as Kapil Dev and Javagal Srinath bagged the 200 Test wickets in 50 and 54 Tests respectively. Now, the 2021 World Rapid Championship was organized at Warsaw in Poland, and Grandmaster Nodirbek Abdusattorov from the country Uzbekistan won this championship. Then second position was occupied by Alexandrovich from Russia, and at the third place it was Magnus Carlsen from the country Norway. You have to tell me which country has recently won Under 19 Asia Cup Finals of 2021. Please answer me in the comments. Also, to remember that International Chess Day is observed on 20th of July. Question number 8. Upper Bhadra Lift Irrigation Project is being implemented in which particular state? So, the Upper Bhadra Lift Irrigation Project of Karnataka seeks to irrigate 2,25,515 hectares of land in Chitradurga and Davanagari. So, this would be done by lifting water from Tunga river to the Bhadra reservoir. So, this project is set to get the national project status, by which it would receive 60% of the funding from the Government of India. Now, the Union Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs, under the Garbage Free Cities vision, has approved the legacy dump site remediation proposal amounting to 235 crore rupees to the state of Andhra Pradesh, and the Government of India's share in this would be 77.66 crore rupees. So, this is considered to be the ministry's largest one-time approval of funds for legacy dump site remediation. Okay. Now, a few days back, Andhra Pradesh state government has notified the rules for the Mahila Police Wing, and also it has created a separate women police cadre, and the wing comprises of inspectors, sub-inspectors, assistant sub-inspectors, senior Mahila police personnel, etc. Okay. And also Andhra Pradesh government has recently released 686 crore rupees for the Vidya Divena scheme, and this is the third tranche of this scheme. Actually, it provides a scholarship to the students who are not able to pay their college fees. Question number 9. As per the Hurun Report, by how much percent the number of dollar millionaires in India has risen at the end of pandemic in 2021? So, as per the recently released Hurun Report, the number of dollar millionaires in India have increased by 11% at the end of 2021, with current numbers at 4.58 lakh. So, the report has also stated that the number of such dollar millionaires who consider themselves happy in personal and professional life has come down to 66%, and individuals who possess a personal wealth of over 7 crore rupees are called dollar millionaires. Now, apart from it, Frontiers 2022, Noise, Blazes and Mismatches is a report which is published by the United Nations Environment Programme, in which the organization has dealt with environmental issues and the effective and timely responses to achieve the solutions. So, the United Nations Environment Programme is an organization within the United Nations which sets the global environmental agenda and promotes the implementation of the environment policies. So, it was established in the year 1971 and headquartered lies in Nairobi in Kenya. Now, Index on Foundation Literacy and Numeracy has recently been released by Economic Advisory Council to the Prime Minister. And in the larger states category, West Bengal has topped the chart and last was Bihar. And in the smaller states, top state was Kerala. Talking about Union Territory, the top state was Lakshadweep, while in the northeastern states, Mizoram was at the top. Also recently, central government has issued the Good Governance Index for 2021, which has been prepared by Department of Administrative Reforms and Public Grievances. In this particular list, Gujarat, Maharashtra and Goa have topped the list, while in the northeastern category, Mizoram performed strongly in the commerce and industry, public health, human resource development and economic governance. And Delhi emerged as the best among the union territories. Okay. Now coming to last question. In which month of the year the Great Backyard Bird Count GBBC is organized across the globe every year? So every year in the month of February, the Great Backyard Bird Count event is organized, in which the bird watchers across the globe would look for birds for 4 days and upload the data for conservation. So this year it is held from February 18 to February 21, and in India it is being organized by eBird India and Bird Count India. Now let's see some of the important days and themes from the month of January 2022. First of all, on 1st of January, we celebrate the Global Family Day. Then on 4th of January, we observe World Braille Day. After that, on 6th of January, it is observed as World Day of War Orphans. And what was the theme for this year? Caring for children in horrific situation is a responsibility. Listen again. Caring for children in horrific situation is a responsibility. Then on 9th of January, we celebrate NRI Day, or you can say Pravasi Bharatiya Divas. And this day commemorates the return of Mahatma Gandhi from South Africa to India in the year 1915. And the theme for this year was contributing to the Atmanirbhar Bharat. After that, 11th of January is observed as death anniversary of Lal Bahadur Shastri, who was the second Prime Minister of India, and he popularized the slogan named as Jai Jawan, Jai Kisan. Then 12th of January is celebrated as National Youth Day. And what was the theme for this year? Helps in the unification of the country's youth. After that, 15th of January is celebrated as Indian Army Day. And theme for this year was Service Before Self. Okay. You have to tell me who is the new Prime Minister of Kuwait. Please let me know in the comments. Now let's start with today's quiz. Here on the slide you can see 5 questions which have been taken from the past 2-3 days current affairs. Pause the video and try to solve each of these questions. And at the end of the lecture, do not forget to share your scores in the comment section. So please be honest and do not cheat with yourself. So that's it for today. I hope you have liked the session. These were the important news and events from today, and we will meet again tomorrow with some more important current affairs. Till then, stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching, and please do not forget to subscribe to GK Today. With this, me Nuzhat Sana signing off.